Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a special guest.
Very special.
The most special, actually.
This is part my channel. I'm just kidding.
Doesn't matter the guest. I'm like, you're special.
It's true.
You're always going to be my reoccurring guest.
You wouldn't have people on if they weren't special to you.
Exactly. Because I love them. I love you. And so today, you guys, we're going to do testing TikTok hacks. But. And that's a big but.
We have some stuff we need to show you and tell you about.
Okay, honestly, that's the highest I've ever gone in my whole life.
I just hit an Ariana Grande note, bitch.
Me and Laura, mother and father, have combined forces and we've created a collaboration with our brands.
Finally!
Baby, I feel like it's been so much time in the making.
We have been requested to do this since we started our brands.
Since the dawn of time.
Since
I was picking on to, rock to make words. That's since we were fetuses. And we have an entire collection here that we've been working on for over a year and a half at this point. Let's bring it out. Let's bust out the Lunar Beauty x Los Angeles.
It's all in this bag. We have so many pieces, so.
The full fantasy collection.
This is the full fantasy collection.
The fact that we're actually able to show it off now.
I'm so excited. We've been working on this for so long. And as you guys know, we have our full coverage podcast. So that's kind of like where the name of the collection came from, Full Fantasy.
Full FOOL fantasy.
We always say you're living the full fantasy. So that's where the inspo came from. And like we were like doing the podcast, and I feel like the pressure was more and more and more on us. So like
we're like, we had to do a collab. We had to make it happen. And the thing is, like, me and Laura have such specific like ideology for our brands and what our aesthetics are. So when we were like, okay, let's like really focus on combining like forces of our brands to be like creating the most gorgeous like mixture and marrying possible, and I really feel like we accomplished that.
I do too.
So we're gonna show you guys. So we have a color palette, a cheek palette, 2 lipsticks, and a brush set.
And a bag.
That fits literally at all.
It's crazy how many pieces we came up with for this collection, but it turned out so pretty.
Stunning.
I really think you guys are going to be into it because it's like the perfect, like Manny said, marrying of the two brands.
Fully.
Full.
FOOLY. We have the Full Fantasy color palette right here. This is our 18 pan color palette.
Oh, the colors are so dreamy, guys.
Obviously, like from the aesthetic immediately, obviously I'm very like about the sky. Laura's about the minimalistic, more neutral colors.
You're looking at it.
We met in the middle here. Like,
also,
it really is.
I think I'm the only person on earth that could get Manny to put a sun instead of a moon on his palette.
You are truly the only one, but it looks, Laura, honestly, it's divine.
It's heavenly.
As you guys know with Lunar, like I have a lot of like lifted, raised, like kind of embellished, holographic kind of things going on. So I was like, how do we marry that with Laura's brand? And we did a sun.
Yep.
Because you're a sun girly.
I'm a sun baby.
But I'm still a sky girly. So I'm like, it's perfect. So we have the Full Fantasy collection. We're going to open it on up right here. And this is the colors.
Get out of here.
This is it right here, you guys. We're going to, of course, insert little inserts of what it looks like up close. We have 18 shades in here.
It's so dreamy.
Joking?
And we both love neutrals, to be honest with you. Both of us are neutral girlies. He has Nude Prism. I got 15 nude palettes.
Remember my freaking, my nickname was Copyright Nude Lip. For a long time. So I was always a neutral girly.
So we did, honestly lean a little more neutral with this palette because we wanted it to be wearable. We wanted it to be something that we reach for all the time and that you guys reach for all the time. But we did just go in and add,
some pops.
Just some pops. I would say 3 pops, but the rest are so easy, so wearable. And then we categorize this by the color schemes that you would compare with. You can dip and play however you want to, but they're incredible.
They're amazing. The names are super cute too. Just like things that we actually have our podcast going up tomorrow for full coverage, and we actually explain the collection even more if you guys want to see it. It's just we talk about every name, the reason behind the names.
Wait, when does this launch? Tell them.
It launches tomorrow at 10 AM PST.
I was like, wait.
You're like,
wait, I forgot. I was like,
the launch of this bad boy is launching on the 16th of June, so Friday at 10 AM PST on lunarbeauty.com and LauraLeeLosAngeles.com.
Yep, and you can buy it off either website. It doesn't matter.
It don't matter. I will say for my website, I have affiliates. Affiliate codes will not be working on this collection.
It's a split
It's a split. You can't just do it. It's really, really hard to do that as well. I'm like, there's just no way on this.
Because the thing is, like, no matter what we sell or what site, just transparently, like, we both get paid.
Exactly.
So don't feel like, you know.
You
like,
can't support my site or you can't support hers.
You're supporting both of us regardless of what site you bought it off of, but because of that, he couldn't do affiliates and obviously us either. Just because
it just wouldn't work.
Math doesn't math.
The math don't math.
The math
It's
don't
impossible.
math.
But anyway, you guys, so let's go move on to the cheek palette really quickly. I want to show you guys this bad boy. We have a cheek palette that we wanted to do. I've done cheek palettes. Laura's done cheek palettes. So we were like, we know exactly what we wanted to have
Our
in
cheek
this.
palette sold out now. Like, we don't have it right now.
So as you can see from the collection itself, they mirror so gorgeously. And we wanted to do the cheek palette more pinky, obviously kind of the cheek essence. But they have the same packaging, essentially, but with slightly differences in the color story. So we're going to open this bad boy up so you can see what she looks like. Oh, so I've actually not done highlighters in my cheek palettes ever. So this is the first time I'm ever doing that.
We
And
did highlighters in our first cheek palette, and people,
and they slayed.
They loved it.
So we have 2 highlighters and 4 blushes. We have that really gorgeous, like, cool tone pink.
This is like the blush color of the year. That baby Barbie
which is
doll
so gaggy
pink.
because when we made this, I'm like, oh, this is a great color.
I
and
know.
Then,
And then boom, everybody wants it.
by the way, guys, the palette is going to retail for $48. The cheek palette's going to retail for $35. And we have, of course, a whole collection bundle that we're going to be doing for $135.
Yep.
So that's the cheek palette. Again, we kind of go more detail on full coverage. If you guys want to watch that tomorrow to see more of the tea, it's stunning.
That episode will be up at 10 a.m. as well as
Mm-hmm.
the collection. So everything will be up at the same time.
Marrying.
Okay, there's more.
There's more. 2 lipsticks.
2 bullet lipsticks that we created. So we created our own, but like we worked together on the colors, of course, and what made sense. We have Maura and Lanny.
Which are our
That's
ship.
our ship names.
So the shade I kind of like really created was Lanny, and the one that Laura created is Maura. Like, give me my color.
Yeah.
Let's just show it off because it's so cute. Our component fits the theme gorgeously. It's an ombre nude to cream.
I'll be with
You're
you
gonna
guys
get
shortly.
you're gonna get it. A nude to cream ombre with the same, you know, color story, everything, and then click at the top.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we did warm tones and cool tones because we thought 2 perfect nudes, but that would look good. Both of these look great on me. Both of these look great on Manny.
That's why we created it.
We just went with a little bit of a warm tone nude with like a brown undertone, a warm tone nude with a coral undertone.
Exactly.
I do recommend using a brown lip liner with
100%.
any type of nude lipstick that you're wearing, not just these, any. And I personally like to wear mine with Cocoa from his website, and Milk Tea, looks good with
Lanny.
his.
The finish is different than my own lipsticks, by the way. The finish is a full coverage cream lipstick, so it's gonna give you a bit of a sheen on the lips.
It's not going to be like
Not
matte
matte.
down.
Our final piece of the collection is the brush collection. We have 6 brushes here, you guys. The brushes are so goddamn cute.
They
Why are
are.
there only 5 here?
Oh,
Okay, guys, so we have our 6-piece brush set. A marrying of our brands here. We both have brushes on our collections. I love like an ombre vibe with mine. Ombre on the bristles. And then we have a nice neutral, again, pinky.
I think this is my favorite blood. But look, there's a gnat. It's a paid actor in our film today. This is my favorite brush. This is the number 6 brush, and I like this brush because it hugs your face so nicely, and it's not dense at all. What's the opposite of not dense?
Fluffy.
I love adding a
It's
wash
perfect.
of blush. The blush palette and this brush together.
All of them are so good. The number 4, great for highlighting. If you want to highlight, set underneath your eye. Great multi-purpose fluffy brush.
And it's so dense, you can definitely use cream or powder products with it.
We have a nice tulip blush brush as well, or you can use it for contour. This is the number 5. Stunning.
Stunning.
We have our number 1 brush, which is our dual-sided brush. We have our flat kind of like shader if you want to, or carve out, and then a pencil brush on the opposite end. So I'm glad we did a flat side. So technically, you're getting 7
brushes
for this price
because you
of
have
6.
a dual N in there. I love these little pencil brushes, just that inner
pop.
corner, and I also have to do my nose highlight with them.
Oh, yes, that's perfect. I
Love
didn't think
it.
about that. 2 more eye brushes. We have the number 3 and the number 2. Great smudger. The number 2 is great for smudging under the lower lash line, smudging on top. And then we have a nice little small shader, like a little buffer.
This brush is like core. That's
It's
like
core.
a core
It's
makeup
core.
collection brush. It's just that medium size blender. You just gotta have it in the kit if you're doing any type of eye look. So the brush collection comes with the nylon makeup bag, which also fits the entire collection in the makeup bag. Plus, there's a ton more space. Also, this makeup bag's nylon, so you can flip it inside out, or you can wash it. You can wipe it down, whatever you need to do to keep it clean.
And this guy retails for $70 for the brushes and the bag. And the whole entire collection is going to retail for $135 if you want it. There's a very limited on the bundles, of course, but It is such a sickening value. Save like 20%. It's super, super great.
It is.
For everything. This is going to be a limited edition collection. We are not reordering once this is sold out. So if you guys do want to check it out and grab anything from the collection, from the full fantasy collection, snag it.
Thank you guys for all the support over the past 7 years on our friendship.
I know. It's
And
been like this is like accumulation of it, you know?
Yes, this is like an accumulation of our friendship, and we're just so happy to have the podcast and the full fam and to be able to do something like this because of you guys. So thank you so much. Manny will have everything linked in the description box down below.
Prices of everything as well.
I also have a video going up on my channel. Y'all, there's
content
You're
happening.
gonna be sick of us.
Yeah,
You're
there's
gonna be sick of
content.
us. There's content everywhere. So I'll have a video going up on my channel where we're gonna do a Get Ready With Me, and we're gonna answer some of like the
Juicy
deepest,
questions.
darkest, juiciest questions y'all been dying for us to answer. Oh, tea.
It's gonna be tea. It's gonna be
and
tea.
we'll also be using the collection and doing a little look with it over there. And then don't forget to check out full coverage at 10 a.m. on Friday PST.
Our friendship has gotten to a point where we can have a podcast and a collection. Like, that's crazy.
Honey, if you can withstand that, you can
With
withstand
anything.
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 That's
Beth
harder
with
than
Beth.
being canceled together.
Baby.
That's tougher.
That's tough. There's so much.
If you can do business with your friends.
That's real frightening. But let's go and start on our first viral TikTok makeup hack. You guys, the hacks are hacking. They are.
The mic was literally falling off the desk. I'm so sorry.
The hacks are hacking away, you guys. So we're gonna start with our first hack first. And this hack is actually, I saw this from the creator, her name's Ellie. Basically, you mix a moisturizer and a bronzing stick. Like the bronzing stick in your hand, moisturizer, and then it becomes a tinted moisturizer. It becomes a tinted moisturizer.
I really like this hack because I use like the bronzy drops from Drug Velvet, or I normally use some type of bronzy thing. So this might actually work for me.
So what we do is we take on our
This feels
fingers.
wrong.
I'm gonna do it on my fingers.
How much are you doing?
A ton of bronzer on the finger.
Okay, I feel like
More.
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 Got it.
I'm doing a bunch of bronzer on the finger.
I don't know, that color's dark.
You're tan though.
That's true.
You're
I'm
very
tan.
tan, and this is
I'm
gonna dilute
tan.
it.
I'm using Always
couple
Sunny,
pumps.
by the way, by Rare Beauty, and we're using Charlotte Tilbury.
I'm so scared actually about this. Holy shit, it's working.
Oh my God! Wait, you look so good.
Like, why does that actually just make me look
Okay,
bronzy?
here I go. I think I got a good mixture going. Like this looks like a
Yes.
medium.
Like, Laura, that fits
Wait, I
perfectly.
may have added
You
a
could've-
little more too much moisture. I got
Actually-
scared. I'm gonna add a little more of this.
Why did we never think of this?
Okay, she figured out. She figured out.
I think she's living in year 3000.
She's living. She figured it out.
Been to the year 3000. Who sings that?
Never heard that in my life. Never.
It's a Joe Bro song.
Oh, that's
Okay,
why.
this. Okay, it's a little streaky.
Look,
I will
look,
say.
though, but you can tell. Looks like I've been playing in dirt.
Somehow I did turn very streaky on my forehead.
Yeah.
It got a little
Oh, but I think if you put foundation on top of this, like as like just a bronzy tint,
Yeah. Oh, let me-
I
let me
think you would
show.
be in business.
I would say like by itself, it could be a little spooky because
I think
it's very
spooky.
streaky.
I think it's spooky by itself because there's a lot of mixtures going on here.
A lot, and it's very concerning. This could be a great way to like, let's say if you want like to try the Drunk Elephant drops or like the Indeed Nano drops, things
And
like
you're not
that.
trying to blow out your coin.
Yeah, and you have a bronzer stick and moisturizer. Try this out as your like base because it could really work out great.
I think it actually looks good now that I got it
Me
really
too.
rubbed in. Yeah, you look
I think
good.
it looks good now. I feel like I look naturally bronzed. That hack was a success.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that one I'm gonna say
I'm gonna
that's
give
a
it
win.
a toot.
You're gonna give it a toot.
I'm gonna give it a toot.
Not a boot.
No, not a boot. I'm gonna give it
It's
a
getting
toot.
a toot.
It's just like I would say, use it as your base and not as your like everyday.
Yeah.
Necessarily. So the next hack that we're gonna try, I actually saw from Miss Mireya Rios, who's like honestly a really, really cool creator. Like she looks amazing. She grabbed this hack from a Mexican makeup artist who does a white base and then they do foundation on top of it, and it's supposed to give you like a really filtered like effect. Great with flash. But to me, like my opinion, when I saw this hack, I'm like, to me it's gonna give cakey.
It's too much makeup.
To get an entire full white base and then a foundation on top of that,
Y'all, I'm scared.
I'm scared. So we're gonna use the P. Louise base as it's like a white canvas base, but we're gonna use that as our foundation. So
Got
we're gonna
it. So you better get in there. Oh, girl.
Honey.
Oh, yeah. That's gonna
leave a mark. See, this is good because it gives you like a lot of coverage, so it's a great way of doing like a white base quickly.
100%.
Is the P. Louise bases. I've honestly used them as concealer and as under eye corrector before, so they work fantastic. The way that white base looks on me is it's not as
It
shocking.
looks like
because
your
I'm pretty-
foundation shade. Manny's gonna kick me out of this video. He's gonna be like, okay.
We're in your house.
We talked about the collection. You need to
And you can get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of the video.
Laura, your casket ready.
I look like casket ready.
You are honestly
100%.
casket ready. Okay,
If
so
you don't glam me in my casket, I swear to God.
I would. No, I would
I
do
want
you
a
so
full
good.
lash.
Laura, you're not gonna ever die.
Hey!
You know, and you know
can't
that.
go around saying that. I am.
No! You're never gonna die! And if you do die, I'm joining.
There ain't no way I'm starting my makeup like this. There ain't no way.
Laura, honestly, I think you need more.
No.
I do. I think that you need a little bit more. I think you need to give more. It's supposed to be full coverage. Like.
Not that.
Yes, that. I want you to be ghostly. I want you to be Haunted Mansion ready.
We're there. I look like Uncle Fester.
Okay, honestly, this is very scary, and I just don't know how this is gonna look. I just can't imagine this looking good. I think it's gonna look cakey as hell.
It's just not cute for me.
This is probably the one hack that I'm seeing that I'm like, I just don't believe it, really.
Yeah.
And I think that it's not.
What are you doing if a makeup artist starts your makeup like that?
You know, as someone who has had their makeup done by artists who were very scary, I am probably not going to say anything at the time. Once it's done, I'm like, okay, cool, to make sure it looks good. And then if it doesn't look good, I'm taking it off. How come yours looks like less coverage than mine?
It doesn't. It's because you're paler underneath.
You think?
No, I don't know.
Should we do like a thumbnail for this?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to take a foundation that's like a shade or two deeper.
I got the wrong shade. This is ivory.
This is a Lancome deeper foundation. I'm gonna take this.
Okay, found it. I got beige, so this one's pretty dark.
I'm gonna use the other side of the sponge.
I swear to God, if this works, I'm leaving.
Okay, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's looking.
How's it looking? How you doing?
The white base is so white that the undertone is so strong of the foundation that I'm like, oh my God, this is really giving like orangey beige.
I also am having to use a lot of this foundation just on this one section of my face to get it to cover the white. You know what I mean? And it's pretty full coverage foundation. It's the Hourglass Vanish. So that is the only thing. I could see you going through like a lot of product with this hat. If anything, I wouldn't do a white base to my face. I would just add a little dot of white into my foundation if it was too dark and mix and then apply. Like my foundation is so light.
No, but maybe that was the point. Is like to make it really light.
Dang.
But I also don't understand the point of it.
It's too light for like my skin tone though.
I don't understand what the point is then. So then wouldn't you just use a foundation that's your shade?
Right.
Why would you use a white than a dark? Wouldn't you just use something that's your actual skin tone?
Right. And like having to get this coverage. Ooh.
This is my third pump of foundation to get it.
Yeah, you gotta get
That's
it.
a lot.
That's a lot, honey.
I never had to use 3 pumps.
And it works. Like, it definitely lightens up the foundation, but too much. I don't think it's realistic.
I would never do this every day.
This is a boot.
This is a boot of a hack. Like, it's a flop. It's a fail for me. I don't know if I was going into it mean because I was like, I don't think it's going to work, but I just don't.
I think it's fair to have spooky assumptions about this one.
And I was spooked. And I looked spooky too. And so did you. You've never looked heavier with your foundation in your whole life.
Ever in my life.
You've never looked cakier in your whole life.
Cakey the house down boots.
Boo! It's Pride Month, you know, Laura has to get the gay lingo going.
I gotta get, because I definitely do not say any gay words outside of Pride Month.
Nah, diva.
I know!
I just feel like it's just more.
More.
I say more. I say more during Pride Month.
You do. You gotta get more.
I'm like, it's just an extra oomph.
You gotta get in there. I'm never gonna get this foundation.
Okay, but honestly, like, why do I look kind of slay?
You do look good.
I'm scared now because I do like it.
Don't.
But see, the thing is, I can get this exact look with the foundation that's my shade.
Right.
Can you breathe under there?
Nope.
Oh my God, do you know what you look like? The peanut butter baby.
I look like the freaking peanut butter baby. Boot.
Boo.
Boot.
Okay, so our next hack, you guys, we have a button nose hack. And this hack is from Sierra Cannon. Basically, you push up your nose, and wherever the crease is, you add a line of contour to give you a button nose, like, kind of appearance.
Okay.
Which I think, I do feel like this could work.
I'm not as skeptical on this one. I'm using Happy Soul from Rare Beauty because it's a cool tone, and you want to contour with cool tone, so I got a little bit on this nose brush. I'm going to wait for Manuel.
Okay, here you go. I don't have a nose brush on me.
This is kind of big.
I'm just going to do a little small line. I'm taking my little milk contour stick, and we're going to do tilt it up. You look like a little piggy.
A little wink.
Tilt up at our line. That's a big ass line.
I I should have used this one.
That's a big ass line.
All right, I'm gonna try again.
I'm gonna do. She did it underneath her nose here too, like underneath.
Okay,
and
smart.
There. And then she did, of course, like the sides, like normal.
Okay, here we go. Round 2.
This looks like warmer now.
It does look
It
warmer
wasn't
now.
warm when you were.
Wait.
You know, it's the fucking peanut butter of the foundation.
It's the peanut butter coming through.
Okay, so then do we just blend like the button part? Like, do we just go up and down, or?
I guess so. You know what? I think if you already have this perfect symmetrical, adorable little nose and you did this, I think it would work out so fantastic for you and really give you a guideline. But whenever you have to kind of like work for it a little more, like myself, I think that this is unfortunately not going to be the move.
Do you know who does this too? And it looks so freaking
Karen.
good. Yes!
And look at what Karen's nose looks like without makeup.
Stunning!
A perfect little button nose
So
already.
it's like,
So she just has
she emphasizes
Karen's
it.
like, doop, doop, done. And like me, I have like...
It's a journey that we're on
Mount
here.
Everest over here. So I have to really get in there. And so like this, unfortunately, you know what I mean? Like I have to get myself plastic surgery.
I unfortunately know exactly what you mean because I
both.
do. We have the ridge.
We have the ridge, so.
But I feel like so we have the contour there. So what we can do is add like the lighter tones to maybe offset the deepness. So actually, this goes into our next hack because
I love that.
we have this from Sissy Sheridan. And basically, this is like using like a nude stick to highlight the center of your nose. Like instead of using like highlighter or concealer, whatever, you use like a nude stick, like an eyeliner stick.
Okay.
To actually contour and highlight the nose.
I do love to highlight the center of my nose.
Oh, baby. So I actually have these little pencils. These are the Essence Extreme Wears. They're like my favorite pencils. Using a cream pencil. Very creamy. I love these pencils.
Yeah, these are delish. And what are they, like $2, $3?
Literally like $3. And then the concealer on the sides, I'm assuming, like to kind of pinch you in. What do you think?
I like that.
Again, like you were saying, like if you have like this snatched natural nose, then
like,
it could make sense.
It's just gorgeous. But when you don't, it's not a joke. Really, the side work for me is when all the magic happens.
Same.
It's not even the contouring for me. It's the concealer.
The highlighting on the sides.
And that's because we both have the ridges. So we both have to kind of finesse that a little bit.
The Essence cream here, I will say you need to work quick.
Uh-oh.
I didn't think about that. What is this nose, Laura? I've never had a nose like this. What the fuck is this? The button nose hack definitely works if you have a button nose. Button nose.
It works if you have a button nose. I would say for me specifically, it's a boot, but that doesn't stop you guys from trying it at home.
Okay, so like now that my nose is like blended out, I don't feel like it looks the same, different at all.
No.
That's still my nose.
She's still there. Literally me every day doing my makeup.
Okay, guys, let's move on to the next hack.
Okay, we're done here.
Okay, guys, the next hack we have here is from Angel McNeil, and this is basically like a lifted face hack where we are lifting up.
I'll take all the lifts.
I'll take every lift we can
Every
possibly
little lift you can get.
A white cream pencil to lift up the areas of our face. We're going to lift here from our nose, underneath our eye, and into our brow. So we're going to be giving ourselves a natural carved out lift.
That could be really cool.
So actually, you know what? Let's apply bronzer first.
Okay.
So it'll show like a nice like juxtaposition of what the lift will look like against it, just so you can actually see. A little bronzer for your nerve. I'm gonna add a little bit of blush too real quick. Okay guys, so now we're gonna go in with our little lifted hack. We're gonna take our white pencils and we're gonna draw our line from underneath our lip, dragging upwards from the base of our nose, going into our cheek. Oh.
Okay.
Underneath our eyes. It's supposed to give us like a natural carving. So we're supposed to blend out pretty like, not super heavy blend out, but a good like blend. Like, okay, there was blush on this brush already.
Oh my god.
Love that happens.
The one where the nose spooks me a little bit because I definitely think at the end you're going to see a white streak going across my cheek.
I do feel more angular.
Yeah, I can see
Like
the
I
angular.
do look more pulled up.
Like if I were to realistically do this before I went out or like got glam, I would do it with like my concealer shade.
Same. Or like a lighter concealer.
Yeah, and just like snatch up that way. But I do think this was like a cute little hack and I'm kind of surprised.
Look at this cheek. Like this looks like, not that it's
Yeah.
flat, but it's not angular. This one is very angled out and very pulled up.
This is not happening for me right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend that off. This is cute and so is this. Like
I love the eye
can feel,
one.
yeah, I can feel the snatch.
Do you feel it here though? I don't really feel it here. I don't even know what the
You
point
know
of that
what?
was.
I am just like, was that a highlighted brow moment? I think there might have been like a upward lift for the brow. I don't know.
I would say half toot, half boo.
Half toot, half boot.
Yep. Moving
Our
on.
next hack.
Okay, guys, so the next hack we're gonna do is we're actually gonna be doing that viral, like, scraping pink blush into your white powder and then setting with that to give you like a pink effect.
Like a baby
pinky
pink
under eye,
which is
very
supposed to be
viral.
really trendy.
And we're actually going to be using our palette for it because we have like a used one here. Then I'm like, let's use Pink Blossom.
Because it's like the perfect pink.
It's perfect. Oh my god, it's working. It feels like Christmas.
I'll show you guys.
Oh! Okay, great. And it's supposed to create our perfect little pinky under eye powder. Let's try it. Everything's set.
I mean, it kind of looks like white powder with the lighting.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have, it's pink.
It looks like candy cane to me. We're going to disperse it on our hand.
Okay.
And then let's go in.
Ooh, this is pretty. It's subtle.
Totally working.
It's working. It's subtle, which you obviously don't want a hot pink under eye anyways. Wait, it looks so cool.
You have to be smart with the amount of pink you put into it.
Yeah.
You don't want that much actual pink in it because it will look spooky and it will look sickly.
I would say lean on the lesser side.
Also, you guys, make sure that you do mix it well because there's some spots that I'm putting it on and there's like little pink speckles. I actually think this is
I'm gonna give this one a toot.
I'm giving 2 down. Like, it is looking really good.
That looks lovely.
You know, is it necessarily like the easiest thing to do? If you want to mix your pink every single time, you're like, okay,
get a pink powder.
Get pink powder. But if you don't have pink powder and you want to try it, it totally works. Or if you want to see what pink powder would look like on you,
I think it does have a little nice pinky hue. I love that.
I do too. I think it looks great. That was absolutely a toot slay. Okay, guys, so we have 2 more hacks here that we're gonna try out, and we're gonna combine 2 different hacks. Makeup to the max. Basically, say that Jenna Ortega's makeup artist would use like a blush brush.
I was gonna use ours, but it's actually specifically more of an angled.
An angled brush. It's very specific, and you just want to tap it into the table, and it's going to like make it more pigmented. What do you think? Do you think this is gonna work? So tap it into the table like this to go into the bristles. Okay. So we're gonna load that up and just see what it looks like.
I want to blow it so bad.
I know,
That's what
I know.
I always do, or like hit it on something.
So there's that hack, and then we're gonna do the hack from Mellow, which is basically like you can put your hand against your face like this, and then use this to be your guide for the blush placement and like putting it here.
Oh.
Not putting it too far in.
It's literally like this.
Which I do like. That's literally naturally where I put my blush anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna load up, and we're gonna.
Had to.
Okay, so we're gonna do blush
Oh
placement.
wait, no,
Oh
you
fuck!
had to do
Okay, it's okay. I'm doing this. I'm doing
yeah,
this. I'm
do
doing
that
this.
side, do that side.
Okay.
And this is supposed to help you not get crazy and get your blush.
Everywhere.
Love that. I need a little more blending through
Me
here.
too. I was gonna say that other than the line aspects, because it does give you like a bit of a line.
And the problem is you can't do it on your left side unless you're
Unless you're doing
ambidextrous.
this. Oh, you're right. You're so freaking right. I didn't even think about that.
Technically could help guide you on one side of your face. I just don't know how realistic it is to do it on both sides, since you would have to apply your brush with your left hand or your opposite hand.
Mm-hmm. It could
I
be
feel
a
like
mess.
we're literally debunking.
We're debunking here. We're not only are we testing, we're debunking. I feel like this just looks. I think it looks great, and like I love how the blush looks. However, I do feel like this placement works on one side, and the other one I don't feel like the tapping one works.
Yeah.
I'm like, girl, just as good.
Yeah, like honestly, it's quicker too.
It's fast, and also like sometimes like when you tap downwards like that. So what about when you're starting to clean your brushes? You have to like go really deep into it because it's getting so far into the ferrule.
Right.
If you keep tapping down, like won't it just seep in too much?
So points are getting made here today. We look cute.
We look cute though. It looks great.
You know what? The white foundation underneath is kind of like not spooking me as much.
Same. I don't think it's practical.
That too.
But it doesn't look bad. Like
Doesn't look as bad as I definitely thought it was gonna look. So
I thought it was gonna look a lot worse. I do feel like slightly heavier with my foundation. Like feels a little bit cakier. But because like what we use like almost a priming base. So the pores like look good. Like everything looks pretty snatched because you have that first layer down.
I agree.
And that's all for the hacks.
That was it.
That was it. That was all the hacks that we had here. I feel like we had some
Wait,
some
I want
really
us
good
to
hacks.
use our lipsticks really quick because I feel like we just should, right?
You know what? I technically do have like a little other hack. That's like a lip hack where it's supposed to give you like a natural smile if you bring out your lip line more.
So I have milk tea for you.
Perf.
I'm gonna use cocoa.
This hack is from Callie, and she basically is like saying the resting bitch face can be stopped when you use your liner, blur it out. And then at the ends of your lips, you just go a little upwards and you blend that like this.
Oh my god.
Go around our lips and we just lightly buff out like this. I don't think it's meant for everyone.
You know what? I would literally walk up to you in a bit, be like, "Oh, your lip liner," and just wipe it. I'd be like, "Oh,
Your lip liner's a little too far out, Diva.
Babes, your lip liner's messed up."
Oh my god, you know what I look like?
What?
The Joker.
Look how bad this eyeliner looks over here.
Eyeliner? It looks cakey.
It looks crusted. That's why you should use concealer.
Does it look like I have a natural, like...
Yeah, it kind of does.
It looks like I'm smoking.
I think mine's so dark.
Do this.
Okay.
Do it like slightly on the sides just to like give it a lip because that is too dark. See how that's like more like mimics your natural like.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of does work. I could get into this. I mean, I probably won't do it.
I won't do it. I won't do it.
But listen, I'm not trying to knock it or anything because I feel like it could work.
I'm not knocking this one, you guys.
No.
Okay, we're gonna do Lanny on the lips for me.
And we're gonna do more on the lips for me. So I'm also gonna show you guys. I always apply this to the center and then take a little lip brush and blend such a darker lip liner in. So that way it's not like contrasting too hard. Because see, you can't be walking around.
Diva.
Not in this house.
No.
So I take a little lip brush.
Maura shade is gonna be a more peachy, undertoned, like pinky nude, like more warm.
Yeah, a little warm tone. I'm gonna get these little hooks off. I'm gonna leave.
Oh, you don't want the hooks?
I feel like my mouth is always wide open too, so whenever I'm out, I'm not a resting bitch facer. I'm more of a like, she's too mucher.
One thing I don't get is that Manny's a bitch, so
Yeah.
I don't think I have to worry about it as
Unless
much.
it comes from me or like your brothers.
Which is
Or
totally
Daniel.
fine.
Or Gabriel.
Well,
Or Joey.
I'm gonna take the shade Lanny. So Lanny's gonna be more of our cool toned dirty pink nude.
Yes.
Oh, this nude. Oh.
So learning.
So do you see how like Laura's like pulls more pinky coral, mine pulls more dirty? And you guys, that is it for today's video. I will of course leave Laura's video link down below as well, duh. And two, I'll leave all the information for our collection going live tomorrow on down below. The time, the places, the prices, everything will be linked down below. You guys can check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed the collection. It was a labor of love.
It was a labor.
It was a labor of love, and it truly was such an amazing experience. So we hope that you guys enjoy it and love it.
So I love how every single piece came out. I have no complaints. So I really hope you guys enjoy this. And be sure and tag both of our brands if you do any looks, any posts, because we want to see you.
And we want to share it on our brand pages too. We would love to
sure
share you
do.
guys' stuff. So we love you guys so much, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah.
Call me if you need me.
Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Does it pay me?
I think it's beat me.
Okay, there we go.
Was this
Not that. Nope,
No,
we have
it's
that
not
one.
My teeth probably look yellow.
That hand.
Rotten.
Rotten. This looks like I wiped my ass.
That is what it looks
And
like.
I didn't use a towel.
That's what it looks like when you wipe your ass. Moment like this.
Some people wait a lifetime